Got the baddest bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now. Let my bitch off the purse, she get 100 rounds. 100 rounds, hold me down.
Before we get into the discussion for today, I just want to get this wig on. I see here sent me this 28-inch body wave wig. This is a frontal wig, and I'm about to cut the insides, get it all prepped and everything. I already went and plucked it as well, as y'all can see from here, just to take away most of like the hard part. I hate just taking up mad unnecessary time that doesn't need. Y'all here to see the style. Y'all already seen me install it multiple times, so y'all just seeing what the style is given, as well as the conversation that y'all see in the title above or below. I'm going to install this wig first, and then we're gonna, you know, speed it up a little bit just so y'all can see the install if that's what y'all want to see. I will leave timestamps for everything, every topic, so y'all could, you know, if you don't want to watch the actual installation process, you could just skip to the discussion where we styling it and stuff like that. Or if you just want to watch the whole video because you love me so much, then you could do that as well. So with that being said, let's get this wig on so we could, you know, start our discussion. I ain't talked to y'all in a while. I didn't film in like a week, so I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be in front of the camera. And yeah, y'all, so let's do this. y'all. So now that we got that out of the way, it's time to curl this wig. And I'm ready to chop it up with y'all. I'm ready to talk about this. I'm not even about to waste no time. Let's just start talking. Let's just get to it, okay? I'm actually happy that we can talk about this topic because, I don't know, y'all. I feel like I came a very, very, very long way. As far as just knowing myself, period. Like, if we just had to keep it surrounded around that topic for a second, like, I feel like I've been very much in the process of not only learning myself, but growing, liking, knowing what I like, what I don't like. Within the process of me learning myself, I feel like it was mainly caused by, like, cause and effect. Like, it took me to learn a lot of things and go through a lot of things to realize, like, okay, I'm actually better than a lot of the mistakes that I've made throughout my life as far as, like, any aspect, to be honest. Like, it really doesn't have to surround around, like, just a relationship or whatever the case may be. I went through a lot of, like, this is not like a documentary, so I'm not about to be like, oh, I went through this, I went through that. I think we spoke a few times and I already kind of told y'all, like, the things that I've been through and, you know, stuff like that. Like, y'all know enough. If you don't know, go look at my channel. So, like, look at some other videos. But as most of y'all already know, I've been through a good amount of things, and it's sad to say that most of this stuff surrounded around, like, relationships and stuff, because that's not the only aspect of my life. Like, I have other things going on in my life, like, you know when you post something and somebody swear they know you so well that they just assuming that you talking about a man or a partner or whatever the case may be, and you're like, that's not the only thing in my life. Like, what's up with y'all? Like, that's mad annoying. So with that being said, it's just basically kind of been a situation where I catch myself going through a lot of the same repetitive type of situations, and it's just like, at a point you just gotta ask yourself, like, all right, maybe it's me, because not necessarily that you're the problem, but you allowing certain things, it makes you equally as liable. Just like if you keep catching yourself in toxic situations and you're like, why does this stuff keep happening to me? Like, I'm a good person, like, I do my part, I care, blah, blah, all that stuff. But it's just like you keep allowing it. That's why it keep happening, because you keep allowing it. Like, whatever you allow will continue. I know y'all heard of that before. So that's all that is. And you just playing your part. Like, you may not be doing, like, the worst part of it, of course, but it's just like you still playing your part. So of course it's still gonna happen, you know? That's when I started to realize, okay, maybe I am a part of the problem. And I wanted to make a video basically stating that I feel like I'm a red flag, not necessarily because I'm a red flag, but because I've stayed in situations or I've dealt with certain toxic people that overstayed their welcome, and I allowed it, and it caused me to have, not, because I don't want to just be putting the blame on everybody else, but look, I'm just calling it for how it is. And it just caused, it's just one of those situations where it was just like, I was influenced or triggered, or it just made me want to be equally as toxic, not because I'm literally toxic and that's what I want and I thrive off that and it makes me feel good. No, that's not what it is. But it was more of a, all right, you want to play with me? Like, why does person feel like they could play with me? Like, you ever been in a situation and you just think like, yo, why they playing with me? Like, I really, yo, like, y'all know. So it was just one of those situations for me, and that makes me toxic, I feel, because it's just like, girl, you just playing along. Like, this is the game that they playing. You're playing in it. Like, you know, and nobody's gonna win. So it was just like, now what was the point of that? You feel me? It was just like, what was the point of that? So from there, I learned that reciprocating the energy is never gonna work in your favor, and not necessarily because you won't get them back or you won't make them feel how they made you feel or whatever the case may be. But I'm just at a point where I realized that my peace is worth more than anything. Like, I don't care what it is. Anything that causes me my peace costs too damn much. So I'm just like, anything that, even if I feel like I really want to get you back, or I feel like I want to make somebody equally as mad, or any type of retaliation, I just realized that that's not the answer. And I came to a place, and this all happened naturally. It's not like something I just woke up and was like, okay, I'm deciding not to do this today, so this is what's going on. Like, no, it don't. It wasn't like that. It's just something that you feel. Just like when you get over a breakup, it's just like, bro, I'm never going to get over this. Second day, I'm never going to get over this. Second week, I'm never going to get over this. Second month, I'm never going to get over this. And then one day you just wake up and you be good. Like, I don't know, I'm just not that bothered no more. Or I've already come to terms of what it is. Or I already accepted what it could be. Or I already thought every possibility that can come out of this or come from this. I already thought about it. I already suffered about it. I already cried about it. I already, stuff like that. So, trying to make it, even though I'm trying to give you out of depth, I don't want to make it like one of those type of videos. But, so I just thought about it. I was just like, yo, this is not what I like. This is not what I want. Like, I'm not about that toxic life. I'm not about that life of confrontation. I'm not about that life with unnecessary drama. Like, I'm not about that life. And don't get that confused with being scary or being cat. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Or it don't got nothing to do with none of that. It don't got nothing to do with none of that. It's just sometimes you just don't want to deal with the big bullshit. Like, you just want to be at peace. You just want to be good. So I realized, okay, so stop retaliating. Stop trying to make people feel how they made you feel. Stop explaining yourself to people and they go on and do it again, or you clearly know how they about to go about the situation and you want to keep, oh, but why you doing this, or why you doing it like that? And this, once again, can pertain to anything. Don't make this just about a man or a woman. Don't do that. It could be parents, siblings, anything. Anybody can hurt you. Like, it's a very much a thing, So now it's a situation where that's when I really started to understand myself and learn. And mind you, this was a long time ago. I'm not going to lie. The process started a long time ago. I think my first stage of the process was when I realized that I don't need a million friends. Like, don't get me wrong. I never was in a point in my life where I was fiending for friends. There was a point in time where I just had mad friends for no reason. And that's because we saw each other all the time, specifically if I'm speaking about in college. And I had so many friends. I realized that, being that we were all in the same place and everything, it was convenient. It was convenient friendships. We didn't have to go out our way to link each other. We didn't have to do nothing. Like, we all just see each other at lunchtime or see each other in between classes or whatever the case may be. Y'all know how college is. Like, you'll have a college friend, but then you could separate your college friends with like your real friends and stuff like that. Like, one of those type of, situations. But I realized that a lot of these people like will turn on you in 2 seconds, especially when it's a big group. I feel like the bigger the group, the more messy it'll be. And that's what it was for me. Like, dang, like, it's a lot of us, and all of us, even though we're all quote unquote friends or convenient friends, I would say, I'm gonna actually make that a thing. There's a such thing as convenient friends, work friends, friends that live in your neighborhood, friends you go to school with. Like, it's a such thing as convenient friends. Those convenient friends will also have friends, like a friends group within that group, and then people talk, And with that being said, it kind of clicked to me that people don't care. Like, people are going to do what they want to do. People are going to be fake. People are going to talk about you to people that you be with, but they're also friends with. So depending on the loyalty of the person that, y'all have in common, well, that would determine if you will find out if so-and-so is talking about you or whatever the case may be. And I'm not going to lie. No. I've had a solid friendship, especially from that friends group. I've only stayed friends, like close friends, to 2 of them, and that's Philip and Neji. And not saying like I don't still speak to certain people, whatever, but we're not mad close, so it just is what it is. But yeah, I only stayed close to 2 of them. So it just made me realize, how did it go from a whole group of us? Well, no, I guess you could say, well, Cadell don't really count, but I guess you could say, I don't want to say necessarily 2 of them. I mean, Cadell, I consider him family. I mean, I'm talking like y'all know Cadell, but anyways, just to get technical, as far as just like strictly friends and, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, so there was a situation where I had gotten to it with them because they thought like I was trying to boss him around or whatever case maybe. Whatever. And it wound up being like this whole big drama thing. And then I also got into it with one of my closest friends that I had at the time. And he felt like, you know, I was being fake to him. And I was flopping on him for another friend because of the convenience and all different types of things. But I just feel like it was a situation where... this is like a mini story time in the story time, even though I'm not going to really fully go into it. But, you know, it was a situation where, you know how you hang with somebody all semester and it just be y'all two, and then the next semester, you know, classes could change, schedules could change, and y'all just don't see each other as much. It was one of those situations. And I felt like he didn't like the fact that I was actually making friends with other people and being like equally as close to them as I was to him. So, essentially, I guess that gave him the vibe that, like, I was just, like, saying F him, like, I got a new friend, which I would never do that to none of my friends. And, of course, there's always 3 sides to a story, but I know one thing's for sure, I will never do that to one of my friends. So it was a big misunderstanding. However, you know, the way the situation turned out, because it wound up being way bigger than it should. It was so many people involved. It was so many people coming for me. And a lot of people that was coming for me was people that was supposed to be my friends, you know? So I just like, wait, hold up. Y'all not about to gang up on me like, y'all don't even fully understand the situation. Y'all just feeling bad for him taking his side. Y'all didn't even take my side. Like, y'all didn't even try to hear me out. Like, y'all just quick to just believe one side and, like, coming for me. And it was literally, like, I want to say, like, 5, 6 of us in the chat. I will never forget this day. I don't even know if I will ever do a story time on it, to be honest. But it was, like, 5 or 6 of us in the chat, and it was just everybody against me. Like, literally everybody against me. And they was speaking on his behalf because he didn't have a phone at the time. And I just felt like y'all all going in about all this extraness and he's not even here. So look, one thing about me, I'm gonna hold my own. I was standing on my own. Like, I don't care about none of that. I was arguing with everybody, cursing everybody out. You know, it got to the point where I was about to fight one of them. Like, it got crazy. So then I was just aggravated. And I said, in all my years of being friends with my best friend, and this is when me, Philip, and Edgy just started, like, becoming close friends. Like, just like, really around that time. And I was like, out of all the times I was best friends with my best friend for all these years, like, at that point, I think it was, like, 8-9 years. Was it 8-9 years? Something like that. We only got into one argument, one big fight. Out of all, because we just understand each other on a different level, and she knows what type of person I am, and if she feels like I'm wrong, she's gonna call it. Like, my best friend, one thing about her, if she feels like I'm wrong, she's gonna tell me I'm wrong, and that's just gonna be what it is. So I just didn't like how they went about that. I felt very ganged up on. I felt like nobody was trying to hear me out. Nobody was trying to, you know, it wasn't given that. So it just made me naturally distance myself, and that point in time made me realize, okay, I don't need all these damn friends. Like, it's cute, it's fun to make videos with everybody, like, it's cool, whatever. I hate when it comes to this part because I don't be knowing which way. I see it one way in the mirror, but I don't be wanting to mess it up. But yeah, I just realized, like, I don't have to deal with this, and not for nothing, I don't have to be friends with y'all. Like, I really don't care. And I literally felt that in my soul. Like, I don't care at all. So once I got content with the fact that I didn't need a million friends, and I just stuck with my 2 friends, and even with me and my other friends, Philip and Edgy being exact, we had different schedules, and we still maintained the same loyalty, the same, nothing changed. Nothing changed. If we don't got the same, like, lunch period, or we don't got the same free period, or we get off a different time on a different day, or we just simply not there at the same days or whatever, we would find a way to, like, hang with each other. So around that time, that's when I officially learned that, you know, I love friendship. I love having friends, but I'm not fiending for friends, and I don't need a big group of them. I'd rather, what Fab said, I'd rather 10 lions than 100 sheep. Like, I hope I said that right, because that song was mad old, but yeah, like, I don't care. I'd rather 10 real friends, and it just be what it be, or associates, you know, around, whatever, and instead of being around people that's just mad fake, like, I just don't care. Like, that's not it. And then when it came, that was friendships. Now when it came to like boyfriends and stuff like that, and like family and stuff like that, I just realized where people stood with certain things when it came to me. See, y'all, I get the talking and then I don't do my hair. So when it came to that, I just realized where I stood with a lot of situations. And you know, when you waste, okay, so how can I put this without like being messy? I learned my place with a lot of people, and I learned the value that I have in certain people's lives. Okay, I'll say that. And also, it was just a situation where sometimes when people show you who they are, where they stand, and believe them. You know, don't keep wasting your time trying to change their mind or make them into somebody they're not. If that's not them, then believe them, that's not them, and just let them be who they are, and you choose how you want to deal with that person. You understand what I'm saying? So I also wasted a lot of time chasing after people who wanted to mess with me, but I felt like it was for their own benefits, and that didn't do anything but like mess me up, because it was just like, I'm genuinely in this, like, I'm genuinely, like, you know, and you just using me to your convenience. Like, you'll say all these things, you know how people brainwash you and just make you think, you know, maybe you bugging about having thoughts of not being in that situation no more, and then they'll try to make it seem like you're bugging for it, and oh, they love you, and you know, it's, you know, and I had to realize over time of keep getting like hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt, that I'm not about to be the one getting hurt. Like, I'm not about to be the one that cries I get the short end of the stick every time. Like, I'm not about to be that. So once I accepted people for who they was, and I stopped allowing people to give me the short end of the stick, I started taking control. So with that, I learned that you don't never let nobody have their way with you. And the toxic person, the toxic part in me that really wants to say, you have your way with people. I'm not necessarily telling you to take advantage of people. I'm not telling you to be an a-hole. I'm not telling you to be anything negative, but you have to take control of your own life, and you have to be the main character. I'm sorry. Everybody going to be the main character in their own world. I'm going to be the main character in my own damn world, because at the end of the day, it could be taken away from you in 2 seconds. Anything could happen, and I'm not about to be the one sitting here, oh, I don't know what to do. No, don't give that. It does not give that at all. So once I realized that, you know, I'm going to be the main character in my world, a lot of the stuff started to change. The narrative started to change. I started seeing things differently, and I started handling relationships way different. And I'm talking relationships with everybody. Friends, boyfriends, family, anybody. Anything. It was, the narrative was switching, because you're not about to play with me. And I just found myself being at peace a lot more, because I'm the type, y'all, I overthink about everything. Like, if I said something a certain way to somebody, whether it was mean or whether, like, how can I say you hold the door for somebody and they walk through and they be like, thank you, you be like, thank you. Or like some weird shit, or you see somebody make a birthday post and you trying to comment something on somebody else post, and you write happy birthday by accident, and you just like, what the fuck? Like, those weird ass moments, like, I would just have some of those moments like, wait, what? Like, why would I say this? Damn, did I say this a certain way? Like, and you know what it is? It's stages to it. Like, you don't just jump and just learn yourself and just be like, this is how I want to be. I mean, if you have a lot of self-discipline, then that's nothing for you. But for the people who lack self-discipline, of course, there's different levels of lacking it. I still feel like I'm learning myself, but I'm getting better with self-discipline. However, it's not that easy. So sometimes if you're anything like me, I'm an empath. So I feel bad if I hurt people's feelings. Like, I'm one of those people. But now I start to realize that everybody isn't who you think they are, and everybody's intentions aren't always pure with you, you know. And once you understand that, once you're able to see through and read people, oh, it's nothing. it's nothing. Don't get me wrong, I still don't like being rude to people and all that. Like, I'm not into that, and I become content with the fact that I would never be that person who, just okay with treating people like anything. It became a very much thing for me. So now, fast forward into nowadays, right? This has also led me to realize what I like and what I do not like. One of the main things that I realized that I don't like is giving people multiple chances. Multiple chances to get right with me, multiple chances to prove how loyal they are to me, multiple chances of even things with business. Like, people act like they want to work with you, whatever the case may be, and kind of just give you their ass to kiss or try to work with you when they ready to work with you. And no, mama. And no, it don't work like that. You're not about to pick and choose when you want to deal with me, or pick and choose when, it's convenient for you to use me to your advantage. Like, no, it's not about to do that. Like, no, we're not about to do that. You have to really add value onto yourself. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to say I just recently learned this, because I never really let nobody play with me. But when you're an entrepreneur and you're in a new setting, you just want to get your foot in the door, and you just want to get out there. But see, the bad part about that is, it's like, once you do stuff like that, people feel like they can play with you. Like, if you provide a service and you move to a new state, and now you got to rebuild your clientele and stuff like that, you are gonna be willing to do free promo. You're gonna be willing to give people products or a free service for promo. Being that you're just starting, it's like, of course you want to do some promo, get your business out there, all different types of stuff. But people with that just try to use you. Like, they probably barely promote you, or they think every time you do them a service that it's for promo, so it's free. And I've experienced that as far as with my friends, like my other friends who are entrepreneurs, and they provide like services and stuff like that. Like, they really have clients. Well, I don't even technically want to say clients, but they have people who they have a relationship with, and they think everything is so genuine. They'll have nice conversations and all different types of stuff, and then it'll just turn out that every single time they link up with something, that link up as far as doing the service, that they want promo, and it don't work like that. Like, no, it's not supposed to work like that. When you're just first starting out somewhere, or if you're relocating, you gotta let it be known. Like, you gotta take control of your situation. And that's another thing that I learned about myself, that not necessarily I won't speak up for myself, because I'm the type where I would observe something, and then based off my observation, I would just move accordingly. I wouldn't really be too vocal about it. And I'm saying that because, well, obviously because that's what it is, but also because I just felt like all the extra stuff wasn't needed. You showed me what's up, and this is how you made me feel, so there's nothing else to be said here. Like, I don't have to go off on a tangent or whatever the case may be. But I really learned that you have to be stern, and when business is business, business is business. You cannot miss business with relationships, business with friendships, business with family. None of that matters, because we all got bills to pay, we all got expenses, we all have things that we got going on. Everybody gotta pay for something. Like, you feel me? So I realized that I had to be more stern, and I really had to put it out there that I have to let my worth and my business worth be learned. And it's just like, if you don't have a certain amount of followers as far as your business, or you don't have a certain amount of followers, or whatever the case may be, people won't take you serious. Especially if they could possibly benefit your situation, they're not going to take you serious. They looking at it as, look, I'm doing you a favor. So, like, that's supposed to be good enough. Like, how you think you got to the place you got? With the help of other people. Like, you didn't just come up off your, like, come on. It was the help of somebody, whether you working for the man or working for yourself. Like, you have to work as a team, and people have to be involved for you to make money. Like, that's just how it go. So, I just had to learn to really stand on my shit and not be so quiet and just accept shit for what it is. Or, scratch that, just, period, just putting it out there from the jump. Like, put it out there from the jump. You don't have to be a bitch. You don't have to be, like, you don't have to give none of that. Like, you don't have to do that. But you have to make these things clear so people don't have anything misunderstood. Like, oh, I didn't know. Or like, honestly, that'll just show people's true intentions that they have with you. Like, that's really all it is. Because if y'all always cool and all that, or they always on your body, or whatever the case may be, and it's time to work, and you tell them, like, look, this is what I'm requiring, this is what I need you to do, this is da-da-da-da-da, and they start moving funny about it, like it's too much or something. Especially when it comes to like promo and stuff like that. No, if I'm giving somebody something for promo, I need it to be done in a certain way, and that's just how it is. Because people could just take something as promo and give you a BS post, and it's just like you won't have to eat that. Because if there was no agreement for one thing, then essentially, what is it worth? You feel me? So that's how I started learning how I should be more business wise. And don't get me wrong either, when scratch out relationships and stuff like that, and I'm learning this now, and I'm actually getting way better with my self-discipline, and when it comes to certain things with work and stuff like that. I just filed my taxes and everything like that. I feel very Grwm, because sometimes I just feel like I always expected people to like help me with certain things, because my dad like was really active in my life as far as certain things. And my daddy was there to help with like financial stuff, like stuff like that. My daddy was there. So I guess you could say I was expecting not a handout, because I really work for what I got. Like, I don't expect no type of handouts. But growing up, I want to say I was spoiled up into a certain point, and then my father really put it in me, like, I'm not gonna just be giving you, like, once I stopped getting allowances and stuff like that. And I know y'all probably thinking like, girl, you had allowance? Yes, girl, I had allowance, but it wasn't, I'm about to tell y'all all my business. It wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna give you the money for the hell of it. It was money that was mine anyway. But neither here nor there. Oh my god, y'all. Oh please. So yeah, it was just really one of those type of like situations, and I did not like that. Once I really realized, I'm all over the place with this, y'all. I'm so sorry if I'm like all over the place. I'm just really speaking off the top of my head and going with however I feel. But anyways, I just learned to be more disciplined when it comes to me personally, when it comes to me business wise, when it just comes to me, my well-being, my peace, especially my peace. Like, I stress my peace every single day, and I try not to make everything such a big thing. Like, I just try to understand that everything happens for a reason, and it is what it is. Brush it off, try again. Like, stop just sitting here stressing, what am I gonna do with it, all that. No, I had to cut that out quick, like real quick. Like, I have to stop doing that. So once I stopped doing that and started getting more control of like my feelings, etc., then it was just a situation where it's just like, okay, I'm in control. Now that I'm learning myself in all different aspects of life, as we all do when we get older and go through certain things, I just feel like I'm on my journey where I'm actually growing, because I felt stagnant for so long, y'all. Like, I felt so super stagnant, and it's a point, I'm not going to say I don't completely feel stagnant now, because I do still feel like I'm a bit stagnant with certain things, like certain ways, changing habits, or like, but I feel like I'm way better. Like, oh my God, I can proudly say that I'm so much better, and I'm like, I could stand on it. I could put all my money on it, especially when it comes to like the men's. Oh yeah, way better. I feel like I used to be going out sad. Like, you would never catch me going out sad again. Things happen to people, especially if it's not in their control. So don't get that mixed up with what I'm trying to say, because anything can happen to anybody at any given moment. You can have as much control as you want. If it's not supposed to work out a certain way, and it's just not, that's just life. But it's your mentality. It's how you go about things. It's how content you are with yourself and your situation, your life, anything like that. That's what determines how that situation is going to happen. Just like if a man cheats on a woman, she could either sit there and cry and be all extra brokenhearted, or she could just be brokenhearted and still out moving, acting like nothing happened. And that's rare, because we're human, we have feelings. But I'd rather be the girl that are hurt and take my little couple of seconds, a couple of hours to like bounce back and get it together and just charge it to the game. Like, this is how it is with the dating world, especially coming like being raised in New York, like, we just built different. You feel me? And I'm not saying, like, nobody from anywhere else not built different, but I can only speak on what I know. We just built different. So it's just like, after a while, this is why they say that women are more like men nowadays, because we just not sitting here and just taking a BS. Like, we're actually doing something about it. Now, there's women who just like, all right, well, I'm about to go sleep with this one, I'm about to sleep with that one, I'm about to go get him back. I'm not into the whole, don't get me wrong, I like revenge, but I like revenge in a certain type of way. Like, I'm gonna get back by looking great. I'm gonna get back by just looking super happy and being super happy. I'm not pretending for you. I'm actually happy. And that's what's getting under your skin. That's, you thought you left me down, but I'm really up. And I'm really up past you. And even though it's not a competition, the fact that you know that and you feel that is enough for me. That's my type of revenge. I don't want to go and F for nobody. Like, I don't know. I'm not into that. Never been into that, to be honest. No shade if that's what you into. I'm not that type of girl, and I just don't like that energy around me, period. That's just not how I get down, and that just is what it is. Woo, this is hot. Ooh, stop. It's like I put this on there to hold it, but I also put it on to cool it, because, ooh, it would be hot. So now that I realize how much I've grown as a person, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been sitting on that for a while. Like, I just been thinking to myself, especially when certain situations happen, like, I'm really growing and I'm so happy. I've also learned, and this is a very, very, very big thing that I can honestly say I learned. I've learned to live in the moment. Y'all know I just wanted to go in just now. I've learned to live in the moment. I'm so used to things not, like, happiness not lasting so long for me that it's like I don't know how to properly enjoy a moment. Like, you remember those days when we used to date, like, as a preteen or whatever the case may be? Now, everybody had different experiences, but this was just my experience. You know, you would be out to go out on your little dates, but you got to be home by a certain time or whatever the case may be. You be having so much fun, but you know it's about to come to an end. You're going to have to go home. And for people, I was in long distance relationships because all of my boyfriends lived in the boroughs and I didn't when I moved from the boroughs. So that was really hard for me. And then we all young, so that was, I don't know why I thought that was gonna work, but that's what that was. And you know, I just always used to catch myself, like, always I would be there in the moment, but I'm sitting there only thinking about the fact that I gotta go home in a few hours. And I'm not really living. Like, I'm not really enjoying. Like, it's not, you know? So I just realized, like, you know, I really gotta stop doing that. And I do that a lot also when it comes to, like, achieving things. Like, I would have an achievement and I guess how you could say I would set the goal, and then once I reach the goal, I'm stressed out about the next goal. Like, I'm not even like, yes, I made this goal. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. And don't get me wrong, I will always be grateful. But it just wouldn't hit the same. Like, it just wouldn't hit the same. And it's just like, dang, like, I'm just constantly stressing about my future and just wanting to be better and comparing myself to other people. Like, why am I not here yet? Why am I not doing this? Why didn't I go as hard at this time when I wanted to do that? Like, why didn't I do these things, you know? And I just realized, look, everything that happens, like I said, happens for a damn reason. So if something that you wanted to do didn't happen a certain way, it wasn't meant to happen that way. It just wasn't meant to happen that way. And it took so long to accept that, because you just don't want to hear that sometimes, because you just like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I still want to do what I want to do. I should have been here. You know, sometimes we could be really critical and really hard on ourselves, but it's just like, I feel like that brings me more peace. Like, I stopped giving myself so much responsibility for a lot of the things that happen in my life, because don't get me wrong, you do run your life. You are in control of your life. We all have the same 24 hours. So if you want to be more successful, you just got to work for it. However, it's just like, I kind of feel like we have to learn certain things and become a certain person, a certain version of ourselves before we're able to be blessed with certain opportunities and certain things. Because you don't even know yet, but you may get everything that you are asking for within the next year, all because something else failed and you just had to learn from that and build your character, build yourself up just to be able to receive that. Because we might be on a level with ourselves or we're not even in a place to not only receive it, but manage it, take care of it, handle it a certain way, be able to make it grow. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So it's just like, relax, take a pause. That don't mean stop trying. That don't mean fall back. That means keep trying, keep going harder, keep doing your thing, and just see what happens from that. Maybe you wanted it to happen this way and it happened 10 times better. Maybe that's just what's, meant for you. Like, you have to just stay positive. Like, and it's so hard, y'all, because I'm the type, y'all, yesterday, so I had a pizza in the oven. I was so hungry all day. I came home, put the pizza in the oven. I was cleaning up. Half an hour went by. I takes the pizza out. The whole shit the foil just started ripping, and it fell. And I was so upset. Like, I was ready to cry. Like, I legit was ready to cry. Like, a tear was almost about to come out my eye. And then I just had to, like, bring myself back down. Like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant for you. You need to eat that pizza. I don't know. Like, because I did it how I usually do it all the time. And it just literally, like, the foil just ripped. And it just wasn't meant to be. Like, it wasn't meant for me to eat that damn pizza. Even though it looked so good. But I made it again. And I was just so happy to buy 2 boxes of that same pizza. It's just weird. Like, I pay attention to the weirdest things. Like, I pay attention to the weirdest things. But, y'all, but like I was saying, as far as living in the moment, y'all really gotta understand, y'all gotta live in the moment. We're never gonna get these moments again. And not because we are literally not gonna get the moment again, because you just might get it again, who knows. But we're never gonna live the exact same moment again. It's never gonna happen. It just don't work like that. Just like when you think about a memory that you love and then you try to recreate it, it's not gonna hit the same. It's not the same. Your mentality is different. Things in your life is different. The people around you may be different. Your place where you are physically may be different. Like, it's just never gonna hit the same. So it's just like, you just have to learn how to just enjoy things. Like, just try to stay as positive as you can. And when I tell you, that will bring you so much peace. It's so easier said than done. I know. I'm a person who actually hates being super positive when I'm frustrated. Because I'm frustrated. I don't care. I'm mad. I don't want to be positive. I want to be mad. But it's just like, it's already done. It already happened. Like, either fix the problem if you can or get over it. Easier said than done, I know, but literally, what are your other options? Nobody wants to sit in their misery for mad long. Nobody wants to be miserable for mad long. Like, what does that do for you? There's no progression. You feel me? Throughout my journey, and I'm still living my journey, I'm still learning, I'm still not fully where I want to be. I don't even think I am fully who I am yet. I don't think I am who I'm supposed to be, and I don't feel like this is my final destination. I feel like I'm going to be way, 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 way bigger than I am right now. In all aspects. I mean, the growth is going to be amazing. I manifest now. I'm putting that out there. And I know I can do it. I know what I'm capable of. I know how talented I am. I know my drive. I know myself. So I know I'm going to be great. But I know that I need to go through certain things personally to get me that mentality, give me a certain bop for me to receive certain things. So that I'm just taking it step by step. Like, I'm not even just trying to jump straight for the goal. Step by step. You're never going to get through anything in life if you don't take those steps, cross them obstacles. Like, it's just never going to happen. When you go through a breakup, everybody always tell you, leave that man, no, he's not good for you. Leave that girl, she's not good for you, all that. But they don't be there in between. They don't be there when you missing them, when you lonely, when you thinking about memories. Like, nobody there to hold your hand every step of the way. You got to just do it step by step. You have to have some type of self-control so you don't run back to that situation, so you're not tempted. Like, it just happens. Like, you feel me? And even if a situation where you have a certain attachment to a family member and, they just don't, what's the word I'm looking for? They just don't comfort you or give you that sense of security like they probably should or like you expect them to. And it's just like, I know you probably look at it like, damn, this is my family member. Like, they ain't gonna get no realer than this. As far as the standard or what most people say, family first, right? OTF, all that. So it's just like, you would expect certain things, but you just have to become content with either that's not the person you need to be talking to, or that's not the person you whatever, or the fact that you just gotta like hold it down. Like, you gotta just deal with this stuff by yourself. You just gotta thug it out by yourself. You gotta pick yourself up and just try again. That's your sofa of try it again, like, you know. So that's my main thing, y'all. And as I was about to conclude, because y'all know I could talk, I've been learning so much about myself. I learned what I don't like, what I do like, what I'm tolerating, what I'm not tolerating, everything. Just my whole growth journey. I'm loving it. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm actively learning something new every single day, and I'm just becoming a better me. Because one thing about it, I'm not gonna let nobody or nothing have control over my future and my well-being and my peace. Like, it's not happening, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that for nobody. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I'm not sacrificing that for nobody. So, with that being said, y'all. Ooh, it's still burning. It's still burning. We about to drop these curls. This not meant to be like a super voluminous look. It's supposed to be a sleek side part. So, we about to brush these curls out and see what it give. But shout out to Icy here, because this wig is thick, number one. From root to the tip at that. And I barely put any product on it as far as like sheen. Usually I use BioSilk, or I use my Beyond the Zone. What is it? Beyond the Zone flat ironing mist. Turn up the heat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I barely had to use anything, and the hair is still like, has a nice luster to it. I love that. So let's see what these curls is giving. Let's see. And I was thinking about, like, should I go in? Should I layer it? Like, what should I do? But it's really giving something calm. Of course, you can never go wrong with layers. Don't get me wrong. That's why I put it like a little bit of layers, but it wasn't meant to be like mad layers either. So, as far as the part, I do need to fix that. So let me fix this part, because you can see where my cap stops, and y'all know what I do when you can see the cap. So I'm about to show y'all right now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know the trick. I'm about to put you on, girl. I'm about to put you on. Hold on. So what I like to do is take that same concealer, the same cream concealer that I use to tint my knots, tint my lace, and I just take this like popsicle stick and just scrape it along, just something like this. Nothing too crazy. You're not digging. You don't want to do that. And then I just take, y'all see that line right there of demarcation? Right here. So basically, I'm just going to take my tongue presser, and this can open your part a lot. So, like, it can make it look a little crazy. So be very light-handed. And even if you do mess up, you could just go in with a Sharpie or some type of, you know, the sprays that y'all be using, the black hair sprays, stuff like that, if you want to close your part back up. But this will open it. I just kind of take it. I'm trying to get my angle right. And I just go up and down as if I had a brush, but I really try to press it in there so it could blend. And I try to keep it a little bit thick. It's already going. What the fuck? Is that already? All right, y'all, it's going. I thought I was gonna have to really like extra work it in, but it's going. All right, but y'all see it work. Y'all see it work. Y'all see it work. Okay, I'm actually okay with my part being this wide, to be honest, because the more natural the better. So I'm not really a fan of super skinny parts, to be honest. That's not natural. That's not how our real hair part look like. It's just not what it gives. So I'm okay with the part being like this. So I don't have to like go back in and fix it. But this is just me. If you like your part a certain way, then you can do very much that. Now, I hate when my hair smells like it just been curled and all that. I hate the burnt hair smell. I hate the burnt hair smell. So even though I don't need to be on its own and I don't have any hairspray on me at the moment, I'm just gonna spray some of this on it just to give it that better smell. Because not only does it give you sheen and everything like that, but that smell, it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. Should I brush it out or should I comb? I'm gonna just brush it out. So I'm gonna use this I want to say a dimming brush, but I don't know if that's specifically what this brush is called, but y'all see what it look like. And I got it from Walmart. It separates so it can't come apart, which I love. I hate it when it slide out and then you gotta put it. I hate that. So this is a good brush. So let's just brush it out, brush it back, brush it under, and you should get something like this. Alright, y'all, so this is the final look. Let me get up a little bit This is what the curls is giving. Very sleek, simple, cute. You could dress it up, you could dress it down, you could do all of the above if you want to, whatever it gives. But this is just so cute, like it's just so fun, just a quick little okay, period. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this chit chat. Get ready with me. Thank you again to IT Hair for sponsoring this video and sending me this beautiful wig that I just embodied. I hope y'all learned something from this conversation. I'm just happy to talk to y'all. Sometimes I don't even really want to teach y'all nothing. I just be wanting to vent and just to talk to y'all. So if y'all wanted somebody to have a virtual conversation with, I'm happy that I was able to fulfill that. Okay, so if you like this video, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know what you think, your thoughts on the conversation, the hair, anything you want to ask me, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from Mwah. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Got a bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now.